President Gov't Museveni has announced that the government of Uganda is lacking money to fund medical internships. The president observed, "Why don't we agree that the person who has qualified as a medical doctor after 5 years in the medical school continue with the internship but with the sponsorship from the person who sponsored him in the first place?" The president of Uganda, President Museveni, has revealed that the government doesn't have enough money to fund a medical internship. The president proposed that to make the work easier for the doctors, for the younger doctors, the person who has been sponsoring the medical student during the medical school should be the one to also sponsor him or her during internship. Now here it comes us to agree or to think who pays for the internship. Some people are saying that the government must pay, but I think that is risky. It is on the high risk for the government to fund for the internship because the government would pay for it. The government will pay. The government would pay if it had money, but at this time the government is saying that its government doesn't have money since it has got a lot of things to do, like roads, security, and other issues, as the way it has stated. But when you outlook on several things, on the way how MPs confiscating money and how money is allocated in the parliamentary budget, for example, the 4 parliamentary commissioners, you cannot tell me that they can confiscate like more than 1 billion and you tell us that the government doesn't have money, it is lacking money for the internship, for the medical doctor. Something which we have to take as the first priority in our government. How dare can the government say that the government is lacking enough money? The only money which is there in their circle is to finalize the roads, security issues. Now, in addition, he says that I don't think it is okay to tie the future of the younger doctors with the government funding because it may delay or it may not be there, which means that the funding may not be there in actual sense. President Museveni made these remarks on Saturday, 24th August 2024, while delivering the lecture of opportunity to 210 post-medical interns who had completed their 10 days patriotism and ideological training at the National Leadership Institute, Nali, in Chankwanze. That is where the president stated this statement that they don't have enough money to fund for the internship. This meeting took place at the State House in Entebbe on Saturday. The president proposed the proposal comes at the time when the good number of medical interns are stuck over the delaying by the government to release funds for them to start their internship. Dr. Ende Mwebesa, the Commissioner for Health Service at the Ministry of Health, recently announced that the Uganda Medical Internship Committee had concluded internship placements for the next 1 year. According to Mwebesa, the medical internship placement schedule to the place from 5th August 2024 to 31st July 2025, while covering the graduates who completed their course in 2023 and before. He said the ministry lacking the resources to deploy the intern and supervise them effectively. The ministry's decision sparked outrage among the interns who pressured authorities to intervene in their situation. In response to their concern, the president observed, "Why don't we agree that a person who has qualified as a medical doctor after 5 years in the medical school continue with the internship but with sponsorship from the person who sponsored him or her in the first place?" He added that, "What is the problem? If someone was sponsoring you for 5 years, why doesn't he stop now? Why does he stop now?" It was a question from the president. There is another demand from the government. Say that there is another demand from the government. "I have been told that these interns need a supervisor. Are these supervisors enough? What I propose is that, as the president, on sponsorship, we maintain the one who has been sponsoring you during the undergraduate. Let him sponsor you. If it was the government, loan schedule or state house or your parents sponsoring, let them continue so that you do the internship. If you do that, you remove the issues of waiting for the government money. The government must also hire enough consultants to supervise you. That the government has to hire enough consultants to supervise you. If we do this, I think it will make the work much easier." That was the proposal. In the conclusion, he said, "That is my proposal. You go and think about it." That is the way how the president stated the issue of the young doctors who were seeking for the internship, who were lacking finalization to take up their internship. That's how the president responded them. He said that on the other hand, the President Museveni called on the medical professionalists to support his effort of increasing the budget so that the government is able to create more posts at the LSS centers 3 and 4 to ensure that they observe as many doctors as possible. He also pledged to financially support qualified doctors to start their private health facilities, given the fact that they cannot all be observed in the government facilities. He said that also advising to join UPDF and the police as the medical professionals is the music to many ears. You are still young and you can graduate, and I can graduate you. You are most welcome in the army and police anytime. Even now, I can recruit you here. That's how the president challenged the internship seekers. Instead of finalizing them, he told them now as well, "Meanwhile, I can recruit you so that you can join UPDF, army and police. That's where you can maybe get what you have been demanding for the internship funding." I don't think that when you being recruited in the police or UPDF or in the army, they can fund you. That's where only you can be finalized in your internship. I don't know whether that's what the president was meaning.